Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Today we're gonna see MrBoat going up against SunTzu for uh, the Wobbly Champions League Champions Relegations. Uh, so both players did not advance to the next round, so they will play for relegations. Whoever wins this series is safe, and whoever loses goes to play one of the challengers to probably he will play uh, the winner of Dover against Thomas Shelby. Okay, let me fix the overlay for you. Uh, okay, perfect. Okay, so the first map will be Frozen Wastes, and I'm really excited for this matchup. Let's see, probably a Norse Mirror? Yeah, Norse Mirror, the first game on Frozen Wastes, MrBoat going as Odin, and SunTzu going as Loki. And MrBoat vetoes this? Okay, I'm not really sure. Okay, MrBoat vetoes this game. Okay, so 2 vetoes per player. The first veto used from MrBoat. So, MrBoat has used his first veto. He will play Odin. SunTzu will play Loki. And we start right away. Okay, so now SunTzu will start with his hunt, probably. Let's see if MrBoat starts with his wood for some reason. He sees those caribou. Probably want to go some goat to use Great Hunt. Not really sure what he's trying to do. He's getting hunting dogs. Okay. Let's see what he will do. He has 4 on wood right now. Okay, I'm not really any kind of expert on this build that he's trying to do. I mean, okay, now he has 110 wood, probably for the temple, but he has hunting dogs. He hasn't used Great Hunt yet. He's getting some goat. Sunzu has already started hunting. He's ahead in food total, probably. Okay, so MrBoat will have to force drop in order not stay idle. Okay, he does. And now he's going to his side hunt. Uh, okay. Okay, so now SunTzu's Wolf Shark. Okay, they both have the same amount of HP. A nice relic for both players. I mean, Loki can really prevent Odin from abusing those raiding cavalry if he takes this. I think that MrBoat's Skrelling will win this fight eventually due to the regen effect, and yeah, losing the Soul Shark is huge, but SunTzu sends a second wolf. He's Skrelling, okay, to deal with this Skrelling from MrBoat, so both players lose their starting Skrellings. Pretty huge. So now MrBoat has to make a second wolf to scout the map and build his temple. Okay, nice win here for SunTzu. Okay, let's see how MrBoat will react to that. He's getting his temple up. Tempo going up for SunTzu also. MrBoat is 1 second ahead, I think. Okay, villager count the same. Okay, okay. Okay, so Ravens spawning on the temple of MrBoat, and he will start scouting. Okay, so now since you're going to the right side of the map and he's going 7% for SETI, MrBoat force drops and he's going Heimdall. So probably we will see some Einjar with throwing Axeman. He needs to get this though. Give me a second. Okay, okay, perfect. So for us, for goats, 12 for SunTzu and for MrBoat 10 so far. He hasn't scouted the back of his base. So now for Sele is up and 99% Heimdall, so Heimdall also up. He is getting the relic for the cavalry hit points. He's also scouting the map. So Longhouse for MrBoat, and he will be harassed by SunTzu's Hersey there, but the Anayar will help make SunTzu get this Hersey back. So MrBoat hunts inside his base, so he was afraid of the Hersey aggression, and SunTzu he's happily hunting on the on the center of the map. I think he will go on this walrus. So now the healing spring casted for SunTzu to heal this Herser. The second relic is the Scarab Paintant. Okay, you can use this if you're going Rams, but I don't think that Rams will be a critical factor on this first game. I hope you guys can see this really well. Okay, okay. Hello, hello. Scoreboard could be smaller. Okay, I will fix that. I will fix that as soon as we see what happens here. Okay, okay. Let's see, let's see. Probably like this. It will probably be better. I think. So now SunTzu attacks the base of MrBoat, and MrBoat he's going throwing Axeman. He isn't getting any Hershey or Aniyar out. I think that probably Anayar and Throwing Axeman are a deadly composition to deal with the Hersir of SunTzu. Okay, so both players they haven't get any time. Okay, SunTzu is getting pickaxe. MrBoat has pickaxe and husbandry. Okay, nice. 12 goats to 12. SunTzu has already started. Okay, he has also husbandry. So as of right now, MrBoat has managed to not get any damage done by SunTzu to his base. And SunTzu does a clever move scouting the back of the base of MrBoat to see if there's any goat left on the map. Generally speaking, any goat you get plus plus food for you and minus food for your opponent. So also medium throwing axeman for MrBoat. So now he will probably be able to defend this while harassing the army from SunTzu. He hasn't used the spy yet. And also, guys, the stream is at 3 minutes delay, so I can't see you can see my answers to your questions or your suggestions till after 3 minutes. So SunTzu has managed to snag up 2 goats, but he needs to return them to his base. And MrBoat applies a nice attack on SunTzu's base, getting the tower down with the Undermine God power and destroying the houses. So, okay, now this Underyard could be a little bit of a problem for MrBoat, but this problem that SunTzu has right now is quite bigger, I think. So he will lose a longhouse, 2 houses, 1 tower, upgraded tower. Okay. Okay, now he used spy on the doors of MrBoat, and another house going down at the expense of 1 Herser. So nice pressure from MrBoat. Getting also the healing spring, that's huge. That's huge because all those damaged Herser cannot heal. So pretty big loss for now for SunTzu. He has to find a way to defend this. Okay, nice micro from MrBoat. Dealing damage to those Herser. SunTzu's going braggy. So he will be up by 1043. And as for MrBoat, he's now going Scuddy. So nice timing also for MrBoat, applying pressure on this side of the base from SunTzu, getting damage done, and then has a pretty nice timing on advancing. You guys can see clearly everything. Okay. Okay, so SunTzu manages to sneak those goats so far, and he will probably be able to get them back. So Ragi comes up for SunTzu. This gold mine will expire in about 2 minutes. Could be less. While this gold mine will last a little bit longer. So more battle boars coming this way, and MrBoat also advances. And now I think he has the upper hand because the flaming weapons can be really nice countered by the frost. So SunTzu split his army. He right now needs to be very careful with those 2 separate groups of units, because if he loses one of them, I think it will be GG right away. So MrBoat will be able to take this to build this town center. SunTzu notices this, but he's just a little bit late. And now MrBoat's up 1 town center. And let's see what the counter move will be from SunTzu. He's going to destroy those houses while getting some favor himself. Also, MrBoat's eco is a little bit mismanaged, as we see. 1100 of gold. Probably will get some frost giants out. Yeah, he does. Probably for the battle boar. So 1 Herser down for SunTzu. And okay, he will scout those doors, poor doors. Okay, he will just pick off the ox cart. Bad micro here. Probably selected both of them and probably will lose both of them. Yeah, he loses 1 dwarf and the ox cart. Nice pick off from SunTzu. He is popped right now. He needs a town center. When you're popped, you don't get any spawns out of your Hersirs, so both players getting their heal forts up. I think that SunTzu will get it up in time while raiding on the left side, so causing much of an idle time for MrBoat. Also, the heal fort is up. And now Hilford up for MrBoat also. MrBoat needs to deal with those Battleborn, and that's why the Frost Giants are here. So now, right now, MrBoat doesn't gather any gold. So nice pressure applied from SunTzu. Also 100 sacks for the throwing axeman of MrBoat, and now he has really strong throwing axeman. Nice micro from SunTzu on the axeman, but the Frost Giants will be able to deal with them. Both players micro their units really nice, and we have a back and forth game. Right now we have the flaming weapons, and now MrBoat has to choose where to cast the frost, and he casts on the town center of his. While he will lose his whole, probably his, this hill for sure. On the right side, SunTzu has played this really well. He seemed to be a little bit behind, but with nice pressure applied to two sides, he was able to force MrBoat to frost half his army and then try to push on the other side. So MrBoat now gets his market up. He doesn't have any gold mine to gather from. And also the flaming weapons will be 7 seconds after the frost is over. And this town, MrBoat needs to save this town center. He can't afford to lose it right now. Look at all this idle time that he has and how much seconds those units do to get the resource on the town center. Okay, the town center will fall. I think that this should not go down for MrBoat. SunTzu is losing battle boars, and he's getting his second town center. I think he's so far he's okay right now. He's in okay position. And harassing also the villagers. Really nice work, causing more of an idle time. Look at all this idle time. 26 villies, probably more. Being idle for so long. While this Hilford will be taken down by those gatherers. MrBoat will also lose 2 of his Hersir there. Hold those heavy throwing axemen. I'm not really sure where they're going. They need to defend along with Frost Giants. So MrBoat is aiming Mythic, that's for sure. But he is going to gather gold mine. More idle time. You see that SunTzu applies very nice aggression so far in the game. Okay, this town center will be up. And this Cersei should be picked off right away. Okay. So now SunTzu again destroys more of the buildings of MrBoat while getting fortified town centers. So the second town center being up again for MrBoat. He has more, I think, than all those villas gathering gold. More than 28 villas. Yeah. There are like 35 to 40 villas on this gold mine only. Okay, so text being researched. Bowler for MrBoat, but he's getting this from the second town center, and if he manages to get this up on time, he could be in a really good spot, but as of right now, SunTzu is aiming Mythic also while applying pressure, and every dead villager is a nice win here for SunTzu. Is a one less hero of Ragnarok. Also, the base of MrBoat will be down to crumble if he continues like this. So MrBoat is going for an all-in Ragnarok while having 77 pop. He doesn't have much. So right now he has 46 villagers. I don't think that will be enough. I mean, SunTzu needs more buildings, and he should anticipate. He's anticipating the Ragnarok so far. Okay, so now, okay, nice micro from SunTzu, and right now MrBoat will make his all-in move, casting Ragnarok, and okay, you need to get this battle board down. You need to repair this. Oh my goodness, we'll be close. We'll be close. I think that this battle board should be picked off. Okay, it will. But this Townsend leaves with 152 HP, so MrBoat is 160 pop. Not much to go behind to. Those battle board can really destroy anything that MrBoat has right now. So this tower is being denied, just copper shields, while SunTzu has bronze mail and weapons. So now MrBoat needs to gold starve SunTzu. He's not going up, he's building some towers. Thing is that MrBoat doesn't have to go for the town centers. He needs to gold starve SunTzu and deal as much economic damage as he can in order to come back to this game. So far, he's way behind in population despite having the Ragnarok casted. And also, 4 of his heroes are chasing those battle boar. I mean, you could probably, you see SunTzu is trading some resources, you could probably just destroy the town center and everything you can, and you will be fine. And also those villagers snack on this gold mine, he will be spotted, nice spot from MrBoat. So now SunTzu will have a little bit of a problem. And this is a pretty close game despite the population difference right now. It's a pretty close game. So military units for both of these players, 33 for MrBoat and just 17 for SunTzu, and he will lose those boars for nothing. You don't want to see that. He loses 2 boars for nothing right now, and 1 boar is nearly dead. And now MrBoat is throwing away units to those towers and town center. You don't want to do this. You really want to go to that wood line or something. You don't want to fight under the arrows of the town center or the towers. So those heroes are dealing a good damage to the dwarves. I mean, there is a chance MrBoat could turn this around, but I think that it is over, yeah, and MrBoat calls it. GG, well played from SunTzu despite being back at the beginning, managing to his army really well and forcing MrBoat to cast Frost on half his army. Also had Bear KD and way more resources total. Yeah, as you can see, with no trade, the resources stay the same. So, nice game one. Let me fix everything. Okay, thank you, Rebels Rising. I will use exclamation mark LA. So I will change up the scoreboard. SunTzu getting the first game win. So this is a best of 5. So it's whoever player gets first to 3 wins. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right, Fang. I think he should snipe the TC and then destroy as much of the base of MrBoat as he could. But in the end, he got the win. So it's okay, I think. I guess. So we will move on to game number 2, and I will change the overlay. No problems here. So let's see. So the second map is Thunderbolts. I'm expecting to see again a Norse mirror. I'm changing the overlay right now, and we're moving on to game number 2. Ice for MrBoat. Loki for SunTzu. Okay, I didn't expect to see MrBoat going ices. Okay. So Thunderbolts, for whoever is not familiar with, is like it's like Oasis, high hand Oasis with some with fish spawns, with lakes. It's like 4 lakes map on Age of Empires 2. He has 4 fish on each lake, and both players have like 8 fish. So it's a pretty decent map for Norse. Also, high hunt with the help of some fish. Relics. Veto for MrBoat. Okay, second veto for MrBoat. He won't have any vetoes left. Okay. Okay, hope you got one kind of an idea what this map is all about. I don't see what MrBoat saw and vetoed this game, but he doesn't have any more vetoes. He used the first veto on the first map, and now on the top side is SunTzu. On the bottom side is MrBoat. Okay, the Titan's treasure for SunTzu. I don't think it could be that kind of useful. I don't think this game will go this far in order for a player to be able to create or make a Titan. So let's see the map really quick. So gold mines are in front. So three large gold mines on each side, as you can see, and 1 large gold mine outside its player's base. Pretty similar map. It's like a mirror's map right now. And now they have 6 fish spawns. I think this is as much as you can get on this map. It's from 3 to 6. If I'm not wrong, I think it's 3 fish spots to 6. So this is as much fish as you can get. And the other relic is the Anvil of Hephaestus. Okay, this could come in handy. Also, this map has 4 relics. Nice one for SunTzu, I think, if he is able to spam Wolf at some point. And this Harmonious Necklace, pretty nice relic for for Isis here. I mean, MrBoat could just grab this and get from this gold mine with Prosperity and Shaft Mine and finish like 2,500 of this gold just with prosperity. A free pickaxe to be exact. So probably MrBoat will go for a second dog on the right side. Okay, he does. Also, SunTzu is getting his second dog built on the left side. So I'm not familiar with this map. I have played it a couple of times just with friends and not really so competitive. So I don't have a really good aspect of how the game will go on. But let's see what those players will come up with. No upgrades. It's standard because it is a water build. To be exact. So 12 fish spots. Really nice. Really nice for both of these players. You need to get Persane, I think, once you get classical age. So probably MrBoat will think about building his temple. I think he has the advantage due to a fast heroic Ancestor's Eclipse push. SunTzu is getting his temple up. Right now, MrBoat is getting his temple up. So MrBoat will build his temple a little bit slower than SunTzu. Okay, now the Pharaoh will empower it, and even with that, I think the temple from SunTzu will be up first. Yep, and probably will advance first. I don't know with what though. Okay, he's going for selling. %. Okay, okay. And Bast for MrBoat, pretty standard. So thanks for the follow, Gal Assassin. Ivan, I forgot someone. Thanks for the follow, 8 Flutter. I can't pronounce that. Sorry, can't pronounce that. So MrBoat walls off his base from both sides. Okay, max face spots for both players. Really nice. Also, hand-axe and pickaxe for SunTzu. Only pickaxe for MrBoat. Persane right away for SunTzu. Really nice timing. Also, his eco will be really good. Probably he will anticipate the Ancestor's Eclipse push from MrBoat, and he's aiming heroic. He's building. Okay, he's building barracks. I'm not really sure what his plan will be. Probably he will fight a little bit of classical. He needs to get this though. So the Herser will try to destroy this gate. So for whoever doesn't know, you can't generate favor from destroying walls and gates. You don't generate any favor. Or you do. I don't think that you generate favor. Help me up. Is it just for walls or it applies for gates also? I think it is just for walls though, as I see. But okay, maybe it's from that. Not really sure. The cabinet will be up for MrBoat to defend. And he's going for a second town center. He's not going heroic, and the SunTzu needs to build a house. He doesn't, and he's not creating any units, just villagers. I changed the overlay, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, the town center will be up. SunTzu is going braggy, 29%. Really nice time from SunTzu. And MrBoat will have to defend the flaming weapons push. So SunTzu was able to grab Harmonious Necklace. I think this is a misplay from MrBoat. He should have gotten this. So right now a free pickaxe to his dwarfs. He has also pickaxe. And he's a really nice spot right now. He's getting copper weapons, Hall Thanes. Really nice. Despite being down one town center, so Bragg is up. He's getting another longhouse. He's bombing Herser non-stop so far. And MrBoat will have to deal with this. He's getting some axemen to defend, but not really sure if he can defend the push of a full pop army of SunTzu. He's housed once again. He's now building all of his houses. A panic build. And now he casts Eclipse, so he won't be able to cast Flaming Weapons. Really nice move from MrBoat. But I'm not really sure he will be able to defend though. He needs to snipe down this priest, and he needs to snipe the axeman with a troll. He's losing Herser with no real reason. He's getting a nice spawn of a mountain giant that can do a lot of damage to this town center. He needs to get all of his units though to work here. He will get some pickoffs. Really nice, really nice. He will probably be able to destroy the town center without any flaming weapons due to this spawn. So this is really nice about playing Loki. He can get this spawn and like have the upper hand, but he needs to. Okay, he's sniping down the Pharaoh. Another spawn, a frost giant this time. So MrBoat is 80% Nephthys, but he's getting out mercs to defend. I mean, I think this is a waste of resources right now because this town center is going down no matter what. We have Nephthys, but the town center is down, and MrBoat spent so many resources. I think it was 3 mercs. 1, 2, 3, 4 mercs. So this is 5 mercs. This is 450 gold that's spent without any particular reason. That Townsend was going down no matter what with those spawns. Now SunTzu is able to push MrBoat back from his gold mine. He doesn't have any gold mine inside of his base. And also SunTzu is getting the front town center of MrBoat. He's playing this really well. And now MrBoat needs to make a market. He's getting funeral rites to deal with those myth units. Nice move, but he needs to make a market and probably trade resources in order to try to push with Osiris. So now SunTzu is walling the map while checking with his frost giant this gold mine. Really nice. And getting the third town center also from MrBoat. So he will be up to town center with no real way for MrBoat to get any of his town centers. Really nice. Also just pressing, okay, he's getting Salt Amphora. Okay, MrBoat gets Salt Amphora. The town center is up, so 3,000 for SunTzu, and now we have the Just Ancestors cast because Eclipse was used. I think that SunTzu can defend this if he brings all of his army. Okay, now with the flaming weapons, he's sure can push MrBoat back, and I think that MrBoat should wait to go to Mythic and then push, but he's been left really far behind, and now Hill coming up for SunTzu. Really nice play so far for SunTzu. And MrBoat taps out. GG, well played for SunTzu, getting a first 2-0 start. Oh, he didn't see that. SunTzu went to Heroic though. Okay. Okay. You see 70 to 18, and SunTzu was way ahead in resources at the whole game. Yeah, I don't think it was a great way to find out either at this point. So, uh, let me see. Let me change the scoreboard. For you guys. So SunTzu is getting a 2-0 lead over MrBoat. And now MrBoat is without any vetoes. Without any kind of vetoes to play with. And he has the back on the wall. Yeah, I also think he should have army to hold the push on his front TC. So as we're waiting, let's see. Yeah, I will change the overlay. Sec. We will make it alright on time. Okay, the third map is Anatolia. I'm expecting MrBoat to go ice again. It's the nicest map, and let's see how this will go. Okay, Anatolia. Ice against Thor, so SunTzu is going Thor. I mean, Thor has pretty decent options on this map. You can have really a Dwarf Eco and still being a decent way to win due to the better rates of the Dwarfs for Thor. Until all the eco upgrades hit up, the Dwarfs are similar to Gatherers, so it's pretty okay. So MrBoat going for the bottom side, while SunTzu is going for the upper side of the water. Okay, I'm not dropping any frames. We're okay. So now 4 on wood for SunTzu and 2 on gold, while for MrBoat, he's going to his chicken. Um, while bringing goats. One fishing ship to one. Okay, MrBoat is a little bit ahead, but that's okay, I think. For SunTzu, SunTzu, okay. Also getting his houses up. This pharaoh needs to empower his wood line. So now he has idle dog time. Something you don't want to see, really. So now SunTzu is going for the bottom side also. A really nice build for SunTzu. So no second dog though for MrBoat so far. While SunTzu has building his second one. Probably SunTzu will be housed. I think that he will be. Yeah, he will be for a little bit though. Okay, not really much of a deal, but I think that he will go for the temple after this house. Or make sure he has like 18 ships. Okay, so MrBoat is getting his temple up. And now the temple going up also. Um, Probably he will be up a little bit quicker than MrBoat, I think. Yeah, probably. So 11 ships to 13. And now he's building the dock on the upper side of the map. So Pandora's box can be really helpful to SunTzu if he's going Baldur and Frost. And he's going up for Seti, not Freya. Don't know about this. Probably this is for the Ancestors Eclipse. Probably we will see some Hershir from SunTzu, but I'm not really sure how many of them we will see. Probably 6 to 8 will be fine. And another dog on the top side, well, having two also on the bottom side, so he's going, I think, for a really good Ragnarok. He's trying to boom. Also two dogs on the upper side for MrBoat. So for Seti is up for SunTzu, and MrBoat will be up in about 7 to 8 seconds. Yeah, look at this dog spam. 3, 4, 5. 5 dogs on the bottom side while having 3 on the top side so far. So third dog also going up for SunTzu on the top side. Now this will be interesting. I don't know what the plan is. SunTzu is getting Boso. Really nice that he has the resource to do that. MrBoat is getting Persane. Okay. Persane for SunTzu has been researched already. Okay, so some longboats on the bottom side, while at the top side he's not making any. Okay, he's now making one boat. Okay, two boats. Just to check, I think. Okay, he's losing one. Nice job from MrBoat sniping this longboat. Okay, so SunTzu isn't taking any ships because he's getting a town center up, and at the same time he's trying to advance. Really nice for SunTzu. Thanks for the follow, Vips. Welcome. And let's see now. SunTzu is getting a second down center, probably baiting MrBoat to cast Ancestor's Eclipse on this town center. This would be a nice trade for him, I think. So 2 houses, an armory, and a town center for Ancestor's Eclipse push. On Anatolia, I think I would make that trade every day. So Scully 30% while getting copper shields. And Neft is at 38%, so I'm not really sure if SunTzu will fight on Heroic or try to go Mythic. He needs this Belt of Argus though for better line of sight of his units. And the gold mine distribution is a little bit rough for MrBoat as his second gold mine is really exposed. Okay, so SunTzu invests so many resources on this base. I think that he will bait MrBoat to this base, while MrBoat is getting also the second town center. So on the water, nothing much going on the water. So this Leviathan will be able to destroy this dock and probably win this side for MrBoat. Okay, now he's getting his Migdal up and securing this gold mine. And I think SunTzu is going Mythic. He's making a huge boom, and the fact that MrBoat is letting him boom right now is not really what you want as Egyptian here. The only way, yeah, I will mod you, Vips. Second. Okay. Okay, nice. Also bronze shields going for SunTzu, and MrBoat is aiming Mythic, I think also. He's getting his markets up, while also SunTzu is getting his market up. Redo has some funny ones on the chat. Okay, so the Pentagoners on the upper side, while investing also on war barges, will give him the water fight, and he will clean all this up on both sides. So now SunTzu has to aim for a Ragnarok. Okay. Nope. No, why? Okay. Okay, so now we have. Okay, now we see the elephant push from MrBoat, and probably he will get the Ancestor's Eclipse push before Baldur gets researched. Yeah, this is what happens, and right now SunTzu has to protect his eco, and this push will determine, I think, the how the game will go. Uh, SunTzu has to protect those dwarfs. He's starting a trade route with this town center, though. And he's getting Jarls out. Those Herser deal massive damage to the ancestors. And it would really depend on how this should go. And how much of an eco damage can MrBoat deal to SunTzu? He has 3 town centers. And okay, now he's going for more Migdals. He's getting Copper Mail. He fortified town centers, medium axemen. So he will be really nice a setup for Ragnarok. And MrBoat didn't win the war from the bottom side, but SunTzu has just 3 boats. And now with bronze shields, copper mail and weapons, he will try to push while casting frost on the whole army of MrBoat. So now we will see if there is any damage dealt to this gold mine and this gold mine, then SunTzu will be, I think he will be okay, but with Mason's crenellations, fortified town centers, and guard towers being researched for MrBoat, I think that he will be fine. So now he wants to minimize the trade route of MrBoat, but fortified town centers and mercs getting out of this, I think that it will prevent this town center from going down, while the second group of units from SunTzu will fall to all those towers, and Migdol plus the town center, I think it should be. I think MrBoat will be fine. I think that he will be fine. So as of right now, MrBoat can defend for a little bit longer, while SunTzu doesn't have any of resources to fall behind, and probably MrBoat will get this win. And he's getting out some boats though, while harassing the dogs of MrBoat. He doesn't have population right now. He's at 73 population. He's getting right now villagers out, but the trade route is being harassed by the army of MrBoat. Those elephants tank so much damage and dealing so much damage to his trade route that it's yeah. I mean, Raifang, I didn't expect this kind of timing push either. It was nice time from MrBoat so far, and he seems like he's way ahead on this game. Even though both players are at 3 town centers, SunTzu has Quarry and Boso. MrBoat has Shaft Mine and Hand Axe. And probably SunTzu won't have any gold to gather from. Nice nice deal with a raid on the side. So now those medium axemen with all copper and the upgrade. So now we will have a Mictol spam. So heavy axemen also for MrBoat. He needs Hands of Nephthys. He has funeral rites. Sorry, funeral rites. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, he has. Thanks for the follow, Metalo. Big fan of you. Haven't seen many of your games. Nyan is in the chat. Raifang is in the chat, man. Thanks for the support, guys. It really means so much to see my streams. And SunTzu says GG and taps out MrBoat getting the win, going to a game number 4. And it was a nice play from MrBoat, nice timing push, and I think it was the whole game. This push was the whole game right there. And you see 60 villager Ragnarok. I don't think it was 60. I think it was like 45 to 44 as civilians. And yep, let me change the scoreboard and everything. Okay, MrBoat gets the 3rd game win. Yeah, no, and that was a small rag. I mean, MrBoat, I think it was a wise decision to not go for Mythic and spend the resources to go and go for a timing push with ancestors. And the 5th game will be on Mars, so I'm expecting to see Norse mirror. Sorry, for some reason I just had a moment there. But we are fine. We are fine. So the 4th map will be Mars. So let me change my overlay. Wanted to. If MrBoat wins, we will go to a game number 5. If SunTzu wins, he stays safe for next season's Champions League, while MrBoat will have to play another game to stay put on the Champions Division. So SunTzu goes low-key and MrBoat changes to Odin. Okay, so probably I will make a prediction for you guys. So what to expect here? I think... Okay, I will make this. I will make this at some point. Poll. I think it's poll, not prediction. Okay. Okay. So MrBoat doesn't make a second wolf. I don't think that you should on this map. It's pretty decent hunt. Hey, youth. Nice game so far, guys. Really nice games. Both players are playing really well. So Harmonious Necklace. Now this is a relic that both players want, and let's see the map. How is how the resources are distributed? So both players have hands from both sides. Wow, it's a pretty nice mirror one. Unfortunate spawn for MrBoat though on this gold mine, I think. Better spawn for SunTzu on this particular spot. So the 12 arrows. Useless relic for this matchup. The Young of Ra. And the Tower of Cestus. So this will come in handy, I think, for SunTzu. So the spy has been casted on the hunt of MrBoat. Let me see if you can see. Okay, you can see the overlay. Nice, nice. So temple going up for SunTzu really early. I don't think that he will have the resources to advance so quick. Probably if he makes a dwarf, okay, he's making a dwarf, and after this dwarf he could go up. So another nice timing for SunTzu. He wants to finish the series right now. And he will probably try to do this with an early rush. 14% for SETI already. I mean, really nice timing. Well, MrBoat will go for a 3. Okay, he will go for a 3 for 440 advance. Not really sure about this. So let's see which the god of choice will be for MrBoat. Heimdall yet again. Okay, probably we'll see a similar game to the Frozen Waste one, the first game that SunTzu got the victory over MrBoat. So this Sorcerer will harass this, and he could potentially pick off a villager. Okay. Let's see, probably he will manage to get them into the temple on time. Okay, at the last second. Really at the last second. So, MrBoat is pushed off hand. His forward hand, to be honest. He has pretty decent hand on his base. While SunTzu is hunting from outside of his base. So 10% watchtowers, and right now we see a longhouse being thrown down, but in a pretty bad spot. I think this could be denied if SunTzu was quick enough. But also towers up for MrBoat, and SunTzu lost a Herseer. Really nice pick from MrBoat. So a second longhouse and throwing axemen while more Herseers are being created. That's what they're doing. We've got some jokes. So SunTzu is getting Harmonious Necklace. And let's see, he has only hunting dogs. Tech being research, only husbandry. And okay, we see throwing axemen and Herseer. And as for SunTzu, Herseers for from both Longhouse and Temple. Really nice raid. MrBoat was not quick enough to build this wall, but he will probably deal with this. Miss Microt though, and a nice Valkyrie spawn. Now, I think that Valkyrie is the perfect spawn right now for SunTzu because he can heal his units right away without needing go back to his base. So SunTzu has now husbandry. He doesn't have pickaxe. Okay, he now is getting pickaxe and MrBoat has only hunting dogs. Really nice push from SunTzu on this game also. But nice wall positioning and building positioning to secure this gold mine. It's pretty far forward, I think. SunTzu has a slightly better gold mine because of the wall of this force wall, this side. So MrBoat knows, nice Raven Scout, and he knows now that the army from SunTzu is on this side, and another group is pushing on the left side. So SunTzu staying with the same approach to the game, trying to deal damage to two sides in classical. And also walling MrBoat of his resources. Probably the fight will be on the second gold mine. SunTzu will advance, I think, right now with Bragi. Yeah, he's going Bragi. Really nice timing. 826 click, so by 926 he will be up. So here SunTzu will lose a couple of units. Not a good fight for him. Okay, one Herser for one Wolfsark. Not so much of a good trade. And look at the macro from SunTzu. He's really good. He's really managed his macro really well. And he's getting another two longhouses out. He's at 66 pop. And MrBoat is up 95 pop. So he cut production to go Bragi, and Bragi is up. So he's getting now copper mail. MrBoat clicked Skadi, 5% Skadi. SunTzu is making Herser from the temple and the longhouse. And let's see. Skadi 40% and also got the Anko Fra and Harmonious Necklace. Really nice, while getting a second town center up, so he will have the pop cap to spam units with his Herser. And now the army of MrBoat is getting out of his base, probably tries to find, and he will spawn the army of SunTzu. Unfortunate for SunTzu if he gets spotted right away. Okay, now this is the whole army of SunTzu here. And I think that, okay, MrBoat is getting his market up. He will force SunTzu to go back, but I think with a frost and a trap with walls on both sides of this lake, and MrBoat would be way ahead. He's now getting way too many hairs here out. While MrBoat is trying to secure his left gold mine. He has also two hippos and another three. So 5 hippos left. And we have a little bit of a fight. Okay, not much. And MrBoat is going for the second town center of SunTzu, but SunTzu is going to harass his gold mine. I don't think this is the right call here for MrBoat. I think he has to go back, but he's forcing SunTzu to go back with heavy infantry. And now with the undermine, he will probably be able to take down this town. So the flaming weapons being casted and frost being casted, but just half of the army of SunTzu, the town center is down, and probably MrBoat has the advantage here. Those Herser will die to those throwing axemen. And after that, I think that MrBoat should go back. But he's also losing way too many units. He lost nearly all his units there. He's getting Jarl out. Okay. Okay, some idle time here for SunTzu. You do not want to lose your whole infantry army here, and probably this will happen. He needs just to micro those throwing axemen to pick off as many units as he can, and he won't do that. So I think that MrBoat had to go back to save those throwing axemen as soon as he got all of the Herses that weren't frosted. He's getting yards out, medium cavalry, hand-axe and pickaxe, no husbandry, pickaxe only and husbandry for SunTzu, while getting his second town center up once again, and now MrBoat is getting also his second town center up. Bronze weapons for SunTzu, no armory upgrades for MrBoat. Also, copper weapons, copper mail, Hall of Things. Now he will have bronze weapons in a minute. Copper mail is the first armory upgrade for MrBoat. So now both of Frost and Flaming, all of the god powers to be exact, have been used. Hey Hagrid, welcome. Welcome, I just see you're active. Let's see. This is, I think, if SunTzu manages to get in here and harass this mining operation, the game will be over. But MrBoat's a little bit behind. He's 102 pop to SunTzu's 130, and probably SunTzu is going for his third town center. Or Mythic, I'm not really sure what the call will be. But right now, SunTzu is getting Bronze Mail. Okay, he cancelled it in order to go Mythic, so he is going Mythic while SunTzu is getting a Town Center, so we will see which one will be the best strategic option for this game. So SunTzu also grabbing a fourth town center. Okay. Okay, so MrBoat wants to go Mythic, while SunTzu will be able to go fourth town center, also advance quicker, I think. This macro from SunTzu is something else right now. He's not going Mythic though. Okay, 45 town centers for SunTzu. He will have like 180 pop. That's too much. 160, sorry. 160 pop. So Baldur is being researched for MrBoat, and he needs to not lose those villas while securing a trade route, because getting back from 42 down centers, I think it will be difficult for him. He has pretty Nice army of throwing axe. You don't want to lose those frost giants. Those frost giants are the ones that will take uh, out the myth units. And okay, right now he's in a little bit of a trouble. 52% battle. SunTzu has forgotten to advance. Okay, now going uphill. So SunTzu is ahead. He's way ahead right now. 56 villagers, not enough rag, I think, for MrBoat. So now SunTzu should expect the Ragnarok coming, and he has bronze mail, bronze weapons, and also getting masons. So Baldur is up, bronze mail being researched, but I think that MrBoat will wait a little bit to stack some resources up. And as soon as he sees hell, probably he will cast Ragnarok. So those three villagers. Okay, he's going for it. He is going for it, but he doesn't have upgrades. Axe of Muspel probably for the Nidhogg. He unfortunately, I don't think he will be able to come back due to lack of upgrades. Let's see how this will go though. He has pretty decent amount of units, and now Hell is up. One ram also, and this Nidhogg spawned. I think that it was casted on the wrong position, because look at those throwing axemen's damage. The Nidhogg will be out in about 10 seconds. Someone clip that. I mean, the axe of Muspelm came right away when MrBoat needed it, and he got the Nidhogg down in like 10 seconds. And right now MrBoat can really turn this thing around. Okay. Also getting a little bit of a trade route. Just a little bit. Just 9 gold. Okay, he should trade with this town center though. This town center will go down. MrBoat applies a nice pressure to a whole map while picking off villagers right, left, and center of the map. Destroying town centers, and I think he's 100 pop ahead. Nice use of Ragnarok, but I think that SunTzu mismanaged his Nidhogg. Not really what we wanted to see. So MrBoat now has bronze mail and copper weapons. Okay. He doesn't have anything to fall behind. So he doesn't see this mining operation, and all the doors are taken for gold mines, but unfortunately for SunTzu, there is no gold mine to gather from. So they can pass through this. I mean, what a game! What a game! What a game are we seeing? SunTzu spawns a mountain giant, and he will be able to defend this position. And right now, I think that MrBoat has to find this mining operation. Okay, it will be spawned by the ox cart. Okay, this game, MrBoat really wants to go into a game number 5. He's probably in a good spot right now to get this game with this raid on the gold mine. SunTzu will be gold starting a minute. And right now what MrBoat has to do is just pick off every unit he sees. He doesn't need to go for the town center though. He needs to go for this mining operation. He needs to check the gold mines. and also scout the map for more. He's losing way many of his army on this position, and he's throwing away units. You don't want to see this happening. You are ahead, just scout for your opponent's resources. You don't want to lose your whole army on this position. Oh my goodness, what a game. What a game. No text for any player. MrBoat 75 pop, SunTzu 60 pop. Both players have some villagers back. MrBoat is losing his whole army under this town center. He's obsessed with taking this town center down. He doesn't need to do so. Okay. What a game, what a game. Probably he will get this town center down because of the fire giant, but he will lose his whole army in the process of doing so. Not a good trade for MrBoat. He has 48 pop to SunTzu's 50 pop. Town center going down. No Herser back to deal with this fire giant. And what a game, what a game. Okay, so both players sitting at very low population-wise numbers. He doesn't know where to gather gold from. He needs to gather food though. He doesn't have any place to gather food. I think this will be the one. And so SunTzu has the upgrade for the myth units. That makes them train faster, I think. I think that he got it. You love it when Raven gets excited. I mean, what a game, man. What a game. What a game. Really excited to cast games from players that either I've played with or admired through my entire playing of Age of Mythology. It's really an honor to cast those games of those guys. And right now, SunTzu is having heavy X-Men with a bronze, mail, and copper upgrades. What did I say? Bronze weapons and mail. Okay, never mind. He's getting the town center, and MrBoat going for the fire giant spam. Getting this town center down. He will deny this town center. No questions about that. So right now, MrBoat's a little bit behind in population. He needs to deal with this mountain giant, and then he can really lose this army by the first giants by themselves. So nice unit composition for MrBoat right now, but both players don't have any farms, so the hand starts to be a little bit scary, to say the least. So both players will have to hunt in the center of the map. So second town center up for SunTzu. He has 45 TCs. MrBoat doesn't have 45 TCs. SunTzu is stacking up units, while MrBoat isn't making any fire giants. He has an on autocue, but you need to raid something. Also, upgrade-wise, shaft mine for MrBoat. So if this food operation being spotted, I think that it will be over. And pretty much this fire giant spots the dwarfs. And now MrBoat is in a really bad spot. I think that if he micros the fire giants on the throwing axemen on the he, the Herser, he will be just fine. Okay, right now this is not what you need to do. You don't want to lose those fire giant. Oh man, one fire giant down. So, so it will come down what this fight will look like when it ends. But I think that SunTzu has 55 more pop. And MrBoat needs to trade some resources in order to keep up. He doesn't have food. He needs to get those guys back and just trade some resources from the market. Probably get a town center. But SunTzu will get his the front town center of MrBoat first. And I'm not really sure how MrBoat can come back from this. I mean, he doesn't have any gold mines besides 500 from this gold mine, and he doesn't have farms. No player has farms. So we see a game that 28 minutes into the game, both players are still hunting. And now we will have the push from SunTzu, one town center more. Also 45 town centers and... Okay. Probably some unit pickoffs here and there, but... MrBoat doesn't have the favor to train any more fire giants, and those fire giants can really turn the game around. And SunTzu has 158 pop to MrBoat's just 69 pop. I think that SunTzu will get this. Look at those doors. 28 doors. 29 doors with this one. Also has too many units idle. So now MrBoat is starting his farms, but I think he's way far behind. SunTzu also gathering with 29 doors with okay, just pickaxe, but 29 dwarfs gathering gold while also handing at 29 minutes into the game. Huge for SunTzu. So now the harassment on the wood line, and probably he can get this town center down while he doesn't have this wall down. Pretty unfortunate for MrBoat to have a hole on this wall while also losing units. He doesn't want to give up on this game though. If he loses this game, he's going to his last game, where he will play for his participation in the next VCL Champions League, Champions Divisions. Let's see. I'm not giving many. I'm not giving much of a possibility to MrBoat to turn this thing around. I think that SunTzu is way ahead right now. He can spam units for rages, and he has the rampage upgrade, as I said before. So those fire giants can really train nearly instantly. Yeah, MrBoat did rag Lucrex. So SunTzu has many idle units. He's getting a 4th town center, so also getting shaft mine, copper seals. He will probably be able to harass the trade route of MrBoat in a minute. MrBoat is getting some farms. He's pushing SunTzu back this position, but the fire giants, I think, will be the key for SunTzu to win the game. And look at this gold mine expired so quickly that in a crazy scenario, MrBoat holds for as long as this gold mine and other resources are stacking up for SunTzu, and then he will be in a pretty decent spot, but I'm not seeing this happening. Way too difficult. Way too difficult. Those two fire giant can really be picked off. And another mountain giant spawn. And I think that we're heading towards the end of the game. So just champion upgrades, and MrBoat calls it. What a series, man! What a series! Nice game. SunTzu getting a 3-1 victory over MrBoat, and now SunTzu is safe from possible going to the challengers divisions. So I think the better macro from SunTzu saved him at the very end, but I mean, MrBoat could not lose all of his units in the central town center of SunTzu. He had like 25 units, and he lost nearly all of them to the town center. Pretty unfortunate, but you can't really know how this game will go after that. Really nice games. So Nico spawned at 1834 and probably died 5 or 6 to 10 seconds later. Okay, so the rag was nearly, okay, it was 58 civilians. From 26 to 88, yeah, it was like 62 villagers, probably with a couple of units that were created. But anyway, what a series, guys! What a series! Um. So SunTzu getting a 3-1 win over MrBoat. He is safe, and MrBoat will go on to play his last game in order to stay in the Champions League. And let's see how this is being played right now. So probably tomorrow I will stream a series. We will have plenty of games tomorrow. We will also have um tomorrow we will have plenty of games to cast. RTSL, Champions League. I will see what I will be able to cast. So, GG's. So I will send you over to Shadowfax. He's having the rappel, my clankmate. He's playing again. Oh no, he has Matrix against Grandmasters. Rappel plays tomorrow. Yeah, I think Rappel plays tomorrow. Oh shit, yeah, I think he plays tomorrow. Okay, My bad, my bad. So Grandmaster against Matthews. I'm sending you guys over to Shadowfax. Have a nice rest of your day, guys.